Going on, folks? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Farazar, and oh shit, where'd he go? He just Dre is having technical difficulties tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going on. The program keep bringing him in, kicking him out, bringing him in, kicking him out. But welcome to the No Filter Talk Show, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see what the title is. But before I get into that, check my title. Oh, and I got another one too. And of course, it's all brought to you by
Sit TV, Sit TV, Sit TV.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Hold on, let me put some bass in my voice real quick. Let me take some of this high out. Let me put some bass in my voice. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more mid. Okay. All right. Yeah, I sound a little better. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, y'all see what the title is tonight. Last week I exposed what was it? Christmas. I told y'all exactly where Christmas came from, how it came about, how the Europeans made it up, how it's Saturnalia, etc., etc., etc. But that was last week. This week, I'm gonna be exposing the story of Adam and Eve. Yes, yes, yes. I will be exposing the story of Adam and Eve, and it is about time, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is about time. Yeah, yeah. Cheer again, damn it. Anyway, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can bring my boy Dre back in. Like I said, he's experiencing technical difficulties right now. I don't know what's going on. Let me try and bring him in. And now he has headphones on. And he's drinking as usual. That's
Yes,
nothing new.
so I can hear you.
Okay. That man Dre. What's good with you tonight? And he's smoking? God damn, what the are you going through something?
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is something new tonight. We've never seen that man Dre smoke. Is that a black and mild?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a cigarette.
It's a cigarillo. Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah.
been long,
Got
rough holiday.
rough ass holiday. The hell with these holidays. Kwanzaa over Christmas, and we are celebrating Kwanzaa right now. And to all of my Pan Africanists out there, let me just say, Habare Ghani, Habare Ghani. But
Well,
anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
this is the third day. What's it? Third day of
yeah,
Hanukkah.
yes, it
So
is.
this
We're in
would
the third day. Wait
be.
a minute, what's the day? 28th? 28th?
So this would be
Yes, we're in the
what?
third day. Ujama.
What? Yeah.
Ujama.
That is the day of. Hold on, I just did my Kwanzaa PSAs for work.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Tell them
Where
about it.
they at? Where they at? There you go.
But
Yeah, the listed
while
third
Dre's
day
bringing that
is
up, ladies and
collective
gentlemen,
work and responsibility.
collective
Collective
work
work and
and
responsibility.
responsibility. Right now, I am responsible for exposing this bullshit story of Adam and Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, me and that man Dre. Well, I'm gonna talk about the story of Adam and Eve. Dre is going to talk about the evolution of man. He's going to get scientifical with it. I'm going to be what's the word? I'm gonna just trip out on this. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely about to trip out on this, ladies and gentlemen, because we all heard the story when we were little of Adam and Eve, right? How's the story go? God made man, took from the rib of man, made a woman,
From
put him in the garden of what we say? What was you about to say?
no, I was gonna say he made man from image from, I believe, the earth
The
and
dust of the
created
earth, and he
Eve.
breathed into his nostrils, and he put Adam into a deep sleep
Yeah,
and
and
took one
made
of his ribs and made
remove the
woman. And
ribs
yeah.
from
Anyway,
man.
yeah, that shit. So anyway, you got Adam and Eve, the only two people on the face of the earth, and the story goes they are stupid as hell. They have no knowledge whatsoever, and God tells them not to eat from the tree of knowledge. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the story slowly. I'm gonna take my time, but I ain't gonna take up too much time because I want Dre to come in with his scientific fact. But before we get to that, we're gonna trip for a minute because I don't know if I don't know if y'all actually read the story of Adam and Eve, ladies and gentlemen, but when you do, you realize when you really read it, and you when you read it and you ask yourself questions, when you start to question it, you come to find out that you run into a lot of bullshit. Like, wait a minute, when you really start to think,
Well,
y'all don't
hold
think
on,
so.
before you go on, I just want to point something out. Christianity has the only creation story to my kind of limited knowledge where it's just two beings created, where like in African creation stories, the Orisha created
Mhm.
multiple men and women to populate the land that was created.
Yes,
Actually, I just listened to
in our
a
story, we were created simultaneously. The woman was not taken from the man's rib. Ra made us at the same time, but that's another lesson. Let me before we start losing anybody else, let me get into
which
this
we did,
story.
which we did,
Let me get into
which
this
we did.
story and show y'all exactly how allegoric it is. Is allegoric a word? If not, I just
It is
made
to
it
me.
up. Put it in the dictionary, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through let's go through this story. Oh, Adam and Eve. So, like I said, a lot of y'all have already heard the story. So, what I want to do, I want to
Oh,
go through the part. I want. What you say?
Obatala. That's who it was. I had to look it up, and what I was listening to. Obatala was the one after he created the land. After that, he was Mother Orisha was created. He created land a length of, and from there proceeded to uh, populate it with life.
Guys, I don't. Yeah, you freezing up over there. But yeah, I can hear you clearly, but it's just every now and then your pictures. I don't know. It must be in the program. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this BS story. Now, like I said, y'all are all have heard the story before. I'm pretty sure. And I want to go to the part uh where Eve is talking to the snake. Eve is talking to a snake. Now, God had told Eve and Adam not to eat from the tree of knowledge. Otherwise, you'll die. Correct? Ain't that how the story goes? I thought so. Now, so God, I guess, leaves or whatever, goes wherever, and this snake comes along. Well, the devil in the form of a snake comes along. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So the devil comes along in the form of the snake, and he's talking to Eve. He's trying to get her to eat the apple and whatnot. And she said, I'm gonna read exactly from the Bible what it says. Uh, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of wait a minute, hold on, wait. No, no, okay, wait. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made, and he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree of which is in the midst of the garden, God said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. So the serpent says, Hold on, let me put myself on the spotlight for a minute, Dre. So the serpent said unto the woman, Girl, you ain't gonna die. Well, listen, now what I'm gonna start doing, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm gonna start breaking this down in nigga terms because it sounds real dumb with me sitting here saying ye eat thereof. Then you know what I'm saying, and I'm like ye shall. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically break this down in nigga terms for y'all. Well, I'm gonna read it how it's written, and then I'm gonna break it down in nigga terms. Okay. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. Basically, he was like, Man, you ain't gonna die. That's some bullshit. Then he goes on to say, For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So the snake is like, I don't know what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Even though he made me and you and everything else in here, he don't know what he talking about. Listen, you know why he don't want you eat from that tree? Because you gonna know everything just like him. You gonna know good and evil just like him. So what did the woman do? Let's read on. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So basically, she looking at the tree like, oh, okay, yeah, that tree do look good, and the fruit do look good on there. Yeah. You sure he don't know what he talking about? You sure he don't know? Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna eat it then. So she goes on and eats the damn fruit, gives it to her dumbass husband. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm down on the language and stuff. I'm really trying, ladies and gentlemen. I am just work. Bear with me because stuff like this really kind of gets me pissed off here and there. That's why I'm trying to be comical with it because oh my god, this is just so idiotic. Anyway, so she gave it unto her husband, and he took a bite also. Now, my question is, how the hell did the devil even take the form of the snake in God's garden? Like, how did he even get in the damn garden? I mean, and how the hell did they even understand the damn snake if they ain't have no damn knowledge of nothing? I mean, anywho, let's read on, ladies and gentlemen. Those was just a few questions that I had. Oh, so she gave the apple to him, and then it says, and the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. So all of a sudden they eat an apple, right? And they know everything. And they seen that they was naked, and they went and sewed fig leaves together and put them around themselves. Now, if you go back to Genesis, the second chapter, uh verse 25, it says, and they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. So they naked, they don't know nothing. They dumb, they ignorant to everything, so they're just doing whatever. And they were not ashamed. But all of a sudden, you get knowledge of everything, and you see that you were naked, and you become ashamed. Now, ashamed of what? They go and sew fig leaves together around the. This is how I know that they couldn't have been black because only white people going, you know what I'm saying? A white man gonna be like, oh my God, evil. You know, he eat apple and he all of a sudden he gets knowledge and oh my God, evil, go put some clothes on. I can see your anus. Get some of those fig leaves and sew them together. Like, okay, now this is husband and wife. This is husband and wife. Like, Dre, let me ask you a question. With any woman that you have been with, have you ever been ashamed of being naked? in front of her. Hold on, where'd Dre go? That man Dre, are you there? Dre, have you ever been ashamed of being naked in front of a woman? Your woman.
No.
Now y'all the only two in the garden. Ain't nobody else around, right? What is there to be ashamed of?
Well,
It
it's
had
part.
to be white people. If Adam was a black man, first thing he would have did when he bit the apple, you know what I'm saying? Being as though he was ass naked, he he probably would have grabbed his penis like, oh man, I know what to do with this now. Come here, woman. You know what I'm saying? He would have bent Eve over and started hitting it. You know what I'm saying? They would have had mad kids. She would have put them on child support and all types of other shit. But anyway, no, I'm just I'm going to the far left with it, ladies and gentlemen. But y'all see what I'm saying? How are you going to be ashamed of your wife? I don't, I don't, I don't get that. I don't, I really don't get it.
Behind or when it comes to that once you bit the apple, was this learn
Hold on,
evil?
you sounding like a robot right now.
I don't know. Clear my end.
Uh, yeah, you sounding like a robot right now. Hold on,
Lord.
let me get back to the story.
Go
Anyway,
ahead.
ladies and gentlemen, so they were ashamed of each other. They were ashamed, so they sewed together fig leaves together and made themselves some aprons to cover themselves up. Now, after this, it goes on to say, and they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Um, I'm gonna read that again for y'all real quick. And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Dre, how you ever heard a voice walking? I they heard the come. All right, am I the only one? They heard they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the. Okay, all right. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord amongst the trees of the garden. Now, where are you going to hide at? I mean, this is God. You trying to hide from God? Like he don't know where you at. Like he can't find you. Like this is the all knowing God. Like seriously, as I read on, y'all will notice that the God that's in this book, they're making him sound like he's an idiot. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, and the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? In other words, he's Jesus. I mean, not Jesus. God walked in the garden and he's looking around. He's like, Adam, Adam, where you at? He didn't know where his own creation was at. This is God, ladies and gentlemen. This is God, the all-knowing God, the God that knows everything, the future, the past, and he knows what you're gonna do before you do it. He knows everything, this and that. You mean to tell me God don't know where his own creation is at in his own garden that he created? Anywho, and he said, and he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid. This is what Adam said. And he said, I heard thy voice in that garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. So, I mean, God is probably like, you hid yourself. Why? Because you were naked, nigga. I created you. I I know what you got. I made everything you got. And then he's like, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Nigga, who told you you was naked? That's what it says. And then he said, who told thee thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? God damn, these dumbass words. Anyway, so God came to his garden. He didn't know where Adam was. He's like, yo, Adam, where you at? Adam comes out and says, oh man, listen, man, I heard your voice. I heard you coming, man. I heard your voice walking in the garden, and I went and hid, you know what I'm saying? Because I was naked, you know what I mean? I know I got these fig leaves around me and stuff, man, but I'm gonna try to make some pants later out of some cattle or something, but this is the best I could come up with. So I was naked, so I hid myself, you know what I'm saying? And God's like, nigga, I made you. Why you trying to hide from me? You know what I'm saying? I made everything you got. And they're like, hold on, wait a minute. Well, hold on. Nigga, who told you was naked? Who the hell told you? Yo, hold on, wait a minute. Yo, I know you ain't eat from the tree that I told your ass not to eat from. Oh man, this is some bullshit. Like God, this is the all-knowing God, though, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't know that all of this was going to happen. He didn't know that all this was going to happen. This is dumb. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is dumb. They did a horrible job on this. Horrible. You Europeans did a horrible job on this. I'm just letting y'all. Well, y'all European ancestors did a horrible ass job on this. I'm just letting y'all know. Anyway, let's go on. So God is like, nigga, you ate from the tree. I told your ass not to eat. Didn't I tell y'all not to eat from the damn tree? So Adam, like, yo, man, yo, Eve, it was her. That's what it says. Let me read on. And the man said, the woman who you gave me to be with, she gave me of the tree and I ate it. So in other words, Adam, like, yeah, man, you know that girl that you made for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, she brought me an apple and I ate it, man. I mean, what was I supposed to do? I was distracted. She was naked, you know what I'm saying? Her nipples was hard, you know what I'm saying? Her booty a little fat. I mean, yeah, I ate it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But she gave it to me. She bit it first. Old punk ass. It went straight to the one. It was her. So God looks at Eve and says, and the Lord God said unto the woman, what is that thou hast done? Like, woman, like Eve, what you doing? Like, what the, hold on, let me check this damn blueprint. I don't remember putting hard-headed in the blueprint when I made you. I don't remember disobedient being in the formula when I made your ass. What the hell? He like, what you doing? And the woman and Eve said, the serpent beguiled me and I did eat. So basically, she was like, man, this talking snake came over here and you know what I'm saying? He slithered up all slick and was like, listen, you out here all naked and hungry and whatnot. You see that good ass fruit over there on that tree? Yo, if you eat that fruit, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make me smart. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make my butt bigger. I ain't gonna have to get no BBL. You know what I'm saying? My titties gonna grow. I ain't gonna have to get no implants or nothing. I mean, he was making it sound real good, guys. So yeah, I went over there and I ate it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, she puts it off on the snake. So God turns and talks to the snake. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. God turns and has a conversation with a talking snake that's possessed by the devil. He's talking to a snake that's possessed by the devil. And I guess he don't know it. I guess God don't know this. God that made everything, I guess he don't know. So let's read on. And the Lord God said unto the snake, he like, look, okay, let me read it. And then I got to reenact this shit. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, and dust thou shalt eat all of the days of thy life. So God is like, so okay, snake, since you want to be on some slick stuff, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take your legs away. You got to crawl on your belly for the rest of your life. Because you remember, that's how the story goes. If y'all was brought up, how I was brought up, like if y'all went to in some of them same denomination of churches, they was telling y'all that snakes used to have legs. Yes, that's how the story went until this happened, and this is why they crawl on their stomachs now. Anywho, like snakes. So I guess the snake was walking. So I guess the snake had legs at this time. Before God took his legs away, the snake was walking. Eh, My, oh. Anyway, so he said, yeah, and you gonna eat dust all your life. Oh, snakes don't eat dust. Snakes eat rodents, mice, and yeah, snakes eat rodents. What the? Anywho, so he turns back to Eve and he says to Eve, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. So basically, what he's saying is, you know what? Since your ass wanna be all disobedient and bite apples that I told you not to, eat from the tree that I told you not to, guess what? When you have a baby, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like hell. We all know that it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that pushing out an 8-pound baby is gonna hurt. Like, I mean, that's just common day. Anyway, okay, so I'll let y'all have that one. Yes, that's why it hurts now because Eve bit the apple, and that's why I even heard some girls say, and that's why we have periods now. That's why we have menstrual cycles because Eve bit the apple, and that's why we got to submit to our man because Eve bit the apple, and this, yeah. But like I said in the video that I posted earlier on Facebook, I think they wrote this so that women would be submissive to men. I'm gonna get to that point in a few. Anyway, let me read on. He said, okay, yeah, it's gonna hurt when your ass had babies from now on. And guess what else? And thy desire shall be to thou husband, and he shall rule over thee. So he's saying, and guess what? From now on, you're gonna want your husband. Is that a curse? Is that a curse? He said, and now you're gonna want your husband. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying thou shalt thy desire shall be to thy husband. Okay, that ain't no damn. And he shall rule over thee. That's the part I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And he shall rule over thee. That right there, yeah. That's that egotistical European male chauvinistic bullshit right there. Yeah. To get the woman to submit to the man. This is one of the verses that they use. Yeah. This is one of the verses that they use when it comes to being the head of the household, controlling their woman, saying, "Yeah, you're supposed to follow me. I'm the head, and you're my this and that. You just supposed to do every damn thing I say." This is what they use to get you women to fall in line. Yeah, and he shall rule over thee. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. That was just a way for them to control women. I mean, that's my opinion. I feel it's a strong opinion, being as though that y'all might not know, but I know that all this is BS. But Yeah, he shall rule over thee. So he cursed the snake. He cursed Eve. Let's see what he does to Adam. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. So he didn't curse Adam, he cursed the ground. He cursed the ground. I guess he was like, well, you know what? I understand, Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably would have ate the apple too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She came up to you naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I did give her some nice titties and a nice ass. So you know what I mean? I can understand why you ate the apple. I understand why you got distracted because she looked good. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? I, I ain't gonna curse you. I'm gonna just curse the ground that you walk on, man. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you live on this one, Adam. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you noticed. Let me go back to 17. Let me read that again. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife. In other words, he's saying, nigga, because you listen to your wife. See what happens? Because you listen to your wife. This is some other shit that they use. You know what I'm saying? To make women, to put women at that level under them. See? No, because it's because of y'all we going through all of this. It's because of a woman we going through all of this. Man, come on with that bullshit, man. Anyway, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, this ain't this ain't ours anyway. This the European stuff. This ain't our stuff. I mean, this was whipped and beaten into us. This I ain't gonna get into that, but y'all all know that this ain't our stuff. But since y'all into this, yeah. Let me go into y'all story and show y'all exactly how much bullshit it is. I mean, just think about that though. I mean, this is God we're talking about here. I mean, when you really think about this, it sounds stupid. They did a horrible job of putting this together. They 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 what they wasn't thinking at all. And this is another thing that y'all probably didn't know. This is another thing that y'all probably didn't know. Um Adam had a wife before Eve. Yeah, let me say that again. Adam had a wife before Eve, but they got rid of her. And they put Eve ass in there because they wanted a woman that was more submissive. Yeah, they wanted a woman that was more submissive. Hold on, I can't plug this. 1 second. Oh yeah, we good. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, they wanted a woman that was more submissive. But yes, Adam, he had a wife before Eve. Her name was Lilith. Let me spell it for you. Lilith. Google it. Now, when you Google it, you might come up with it saying that Lilith was they turned her into a demon. But before they turned her into a demon, yes, she was Adam's first wife. If you got a dictionary, look up the word Lilith in the dictionary, and it will tell you Adam's first wife before Eve. It's in the dictionary. Google it. That's all you got to do. Yeah. Now, see, a lot of y'all didn't know that. And according to the mythos, Adam and Lilith were made at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? They were made at the same time. And Lilith didn't play that. Yeah, she didn't play that ish. That's why they had to get rid of her. Yeah, they was made at the same time. Lilith was like, no, you don't rule over me. We were made at the same time. We are even. What's wrong with you? You ain't got no dominion. No, what's from? No, go get your own damn beer and bring me back a wine cooler when you while you at it. Yeah. Okay. So let me. I want. I'm gonna go to Genesis first chapter, verse 26 and 27 to show y'all that he made man and woman at the same time. But later on in the chapters, they got rid of her. Listen and listen carefully. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. I need to read that again. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. It don't say nothing about she was taken from the rib. No, this was Lilith that they were talking about. But like I said, they took her out because Lilith was she was hard headed. She's like, nah, yeah. In the mythos, that's how it goes. If y'all know anything about the mythos, but yes, like I said, Google it. You got a dictionary, look up the word Lilith. It'll tell you Adam's first wife before Eve. Y'all got to do y'all homework. See, that's the thing. Like y'all don't do y'all homework. But it's cool because I'm gonna think for you. This is another question. This is another question that y'all need to take to y'all preacher, and then I'm gonna bring Dre in because I'm well over my time. I want y'all to take this question to y'all preacher. I mean, it's just a simple question for real. Now, as I'm sitting here talking about Adam and Eve, Dre, let me bring you in so you can listen on this. Now, as I'm sitting here talking about Adam and Eve, Dre, when I say Adam and Eve, how many people is that? Can you hear me,
Well, if
Dre?
you stick to, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, well, if you stick to the math, it was originally three people, but the way it's being presented, it's two people. And that math is supposed to tell us that two individuals somehow over the course over the biblical time frame of 10,000 plus years resulted in almost 9 billion people.
Okay. So, two people. All right. Now, these two people had two sons. That's how the story goes, right? I'm looking right at it. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain and said, I've gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was the keeper of sheep, but Cain was the tiller of the ground. So they got two sons. So at this point in time, there's how many people? Four
Four.
people. There's four people. Just four. Everything just started. These are the only two people on earth. They humping now. Now they had two boys. So let me skip ahead to Genesis, the fourth chapter, verse 16. Okay. It says, and Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. Do I need to
Where
ask
did
you, Dre?
where did the other people come from?
Yes, Dre.
I
Where
believe that's what
where
it was.
where did he find a wife? If it was only four people,
Wait. Interesting fact. This has actually been a contestant theory in theology that the Garden of Eden that was written in the book of Genesis was not the only garden that God had placed on earth, that there were multiple gardens. Adam and Eve just happened to be the first individual. Everyone else kind of just came along. as it was
What
explained to me,
and
the
and those books are where?
uh, if you check any major theology, any college has a major
Okay.
in theology. You can talk to a theologian,
But the preachers,
primarily like
but
a
the
Catholic
preachers don't. But
priest.
the preachers don't talk about this in the churches. Why? Why? I mean, I'm pretty sure
Well,
there are some
it
people out
runs.
there that are just now hearing this. Like what? They're like what? There's other books. Like so.
It, it, it contradicts what's established in the Christian Bible. Now, in the Torah, Lilith is mentioned in the Torah. The Torah is the Jewish holy book for a lot of people that may not have known that. Lilith is mentioned in that. There's also mention of other mythical lands in, I didn't mean to say mythical, other divinely created lands, such as Eden. There's one that's been mentioned in the Bible briefly, but in the Torah and other small bits of religious apocryphy is the a land of Nod, which was, I believe, essentially a place that was after the translation broke down. The land of Nod was of the world and not of the world, which you could basically say it was in another dimension, so to speak, where
Okay,
uh,
let me ask you a question real quick. Do you believe any of that?
80% no, I don't. And that's because of my personal beliefs. There's the 20% of me that would love to believe in the awesome and divine and the magical, to make this dry ass world seem more interesting, that something like that actually existed. That would be wonderful.
So do you believe in the story of Adam and Eve?
Chris pointed out, I just brought up the land of Nod. Yeah, the land of Nod is mentioned in the book of Torah. You know, me personally, as a person that is a man of science and facts and figures, no, I cannot wrap my head around in being of almost 9 billion individuals. That math does not make sense. I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but if I had one times this portion in this kind of way would take them to have to reproduce this many children at this many a day to create this kind of time frame. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here in my talk a little bit. I'm gonna round it out. It is a parable. It is a tale to to elevate grandiose achievement of the divine, to create two individuals, and these two individuals manage to see the world with these many different cultures and ideologies, and and it's supposed to speak to the majesty of God that happened. It is a parable, and I do understand at the recent events that sometimes belief in the unknown and the absurd gives people peace of mind, a foundation to get through life. You know, but
Listen,
as much as it gives people comfort, I can't wrap my head around that.
I would respect church folk more if they would just come out and be like, you know what? Yeah, them stories in the Bible, they some bullshit. We just use them for lessons. You know what I'm saying? I would respect that. They'd be like, all of those stories are allegories. We just use them as life lessons. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lesson in all of the stories. Say something like that. But don't sit up and say that Noah's Ark and like these events really took place when there's no no historical,
There's no historical.
archaeological, or
There's
physical
no.
evidence to go along with your
There's no
story. Stop
science
going
behind it.
off of faith and go off of fact. You know what I'm
Well, see, here's the
saying?
thing. Okay, I want to share this. So there's a comedian named Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais he's labeled as a agnostic atheist, and his explanation is, though he may not believe in, it's not the fact that he doesn't believe in the Christian God. He is an agnostic atheist, meaning he does not firmly and truly believe in any God.
And you got. Mm-hmm.
So he was having a conversation with a TV host who is a devout spiritual. He's a Catholic. If you've ever met a Catholic, you can't really fuck around with them too much when it comes to these types of belief structures. But he said something that was very, very powerful. He said you could take every single scientific book, math, research, all the hard facts of human knowledge and ingenuity that has been proven to be absolutely true. And you could take all of the collective knowledge and destroy it. And 1,000 years later, rediscovered and recreated, it would be the same knowledge, just added to from more knowledge that was discovered over 1,000 year time frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't change. He said, but you could take every book of religion and spirituality and destroy these books. And 1,000 years later, those books that were destroyed 1,000 years prior, recreated 1,000 years later, would not resemble what they once were 1,000 years behind. He said, because faith is an abstract concept that should just be accepted as believing in something bigger than yourself to give yourself through to find power and purpose to overcome bad things. Faith should not define your common sense thinking. Faith should not define your logical thinking. Faith should be something. Faith should be something.
You was preaching, so I just had to throw that in there.
That's what faith should be. We all have something that is like that. We don't all call it faith, but that's what it should be. It should be belief in the certainty that through whatever, however you want to label it, God, Yahweh, Allah, Buddha, the Taoist masters and teachers, whatever it should be something that makes you want to try harder and know that you will get through it. It's not, it is a flexible understanding of the immutable laws of the universe that you are a small thing and that you can get through it if you fucking try. It's belief.
Fucking set. I had to give it up for my boy Drake. Who was knocking on my door? Is somebody knocking on my... Oh my God. I tell you, I'm well over my time. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, to make a long story short, the story is some bullshit. Quick recap of the bullshit story. Yeah, you know what? I ain't going to recap that BS because number one, only thing y'all have to do is just read it yourself. Yeah, just read it yourself and just think. You know, just put yourself in God's position when you read it. You'll be like, they made me sound dumb as hell. Like I don't know nothing. Like I done made these niggas, put them in the garden. Anyway, I ain't gonna go back through it. We like to thank everybody who tuned in tonight, man.
No. You gotta do it right. This is the last one for 2021. We like to thank everyone that actually stuck with us and tuned the fuck in over the course of 20 through 2021. And you all will more likely come rolling into 2022 to see what else we have to say in question.
Goddamn
and
right.
Thank you. And I firmly believe 2022 we're gonna have fucking merch to be putting out there. So get some T-shirts with some of the shit we be saying printed on the back.
Yep, like fuck wrong with you. I definitely got to put that on some shit. But ladies and gentlemen, hey, I couldn't have said it any better, man. I'm your boy Farrazar.
And I'm Dead Man Dre.
And as always, we're better than you and we laugh at you like a motherfucker. One more time, goddammit. Yo, that is so fucking ignorant. That is so fucking ignorant. Good night, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all stay tuned because we stay talking shit.